Congratulations, recruits! You have successfully mastered cruisers and destroyers. It's now time to learn about one of my personal favorites. If you like explosive firepower and the ability to tank massive amounts of damage, battleships are for you. Sit back and prepare for this next block of instruction as I teach you about the King of the Seas. Battleships are armed with gigantic guns and loads of secondary weapons. They're the biggest ships in the game with the exception of some aircraft carriers. Their armor is thick and hard to penetrate. They aren't invincible though. AP shells are a battleship's #1 weapon. They have the ability to absolutely devastate cruisers and even other battleships unlucky enough to show their broadside. Still, you'll want to protect your own citadels by keeping angled against other battleships. Don't discount using your HE. Battleships have a higher than average chance of starting fires. If you're having a harder time doing damage against other battleships, you can always switch to HE and set them on fire. Remember, against destroyers, you absolutely have to use HE unless there are no other options. Your biggest threats as a battleship are cruisers using HE and destroyers. Fire can be devastating and hard to put out. Unlike cruisers, you can't quickly run away from the threat. You need to be wary if several cruisers are firing at you. Destroyers represent another threat altogether because you can't see them. Many times, the only hint they're even around are the torpedoes that suddenly appear out of nowhere. It's always good to travel with an escort, whether it's another battleship or cruiser. Safety is always best in numbers. The United States line of battleships are made of tough-as-nails ships that can brawl with the best. They can take significant damage while being able to deal massive damage with their large guns. They also sport above-average anti-aircraft capabilities to protect themselves from airborne threats. The price these ships pay comes with slower overall speed and shorter range on guns. The Japanese line is nearly the complete opposite of the US. Fast ships boast superior gun range. The cost this line pays comes in its weaker armor and below average anti-aircraft capabilities. That is, of course, until you reach the Tier 10 Yamato. Lastly, we have our newest line, the German battleships. These ships offer the best of both the US and IJN lines. With speed that fits right in between the US and Japanese lines, these ships sport decent anti-air capabilities and above-average armor. Some of the battleships even have torpedoes for close-quarters battles. These bonuses come at a price, and the German battleships have smaller gun calibers than the other lines. These attributes make it harder for them to attack other battleships, but make them ideal for eliminating enemy cruisers with ease. Don't forget your battleships have helpful consumables to help you survive, like healing, which recovers lost hit points. Some carry hydroacoustics, like the Bismarck. Most have a choice of aircraft. The spotter helps extend your gun range, while your fighter plane helps repel aerial attacks. No matter your playstyle, there's a line of battleships to satisfy your needs. Whether it's with the rough and tough United States Navy, the swift Imperial Japanese Navy, or the precision Kriegsmarine, these battleships will provide countless hours of excitement. Now get out there and show them who the King of the Seas is, recruit.